Idiots at Work. Even if you really love your job, nobody's insured against failures and troubles. Perhaps you've not coped with some task, disappointed your colleagues, or even your bosses, and now you feel depressed. But believe me, if you hadn't become the hero of this video yet, then it's not so bad. Now you'll see a set of the most epic fails. While you're upset because of a broken wheel, someone broke off an entire wing from an airplane. Here's what happens if the fish is fed to the conveyor too fast. Although this wall is made of brick, even the straw house of one of the 3 piglets was stronger. They didn't even have to blow on this wall to break it up. These workers almost destroyed the whole house. The owner should have taken a fundamental approach to search for employees. After such a turn, this driver is unlikely to ever be entrusted with transporting valuable cargo. And who told this guy that his car was stronger than this tree? Perhaps this day was the last working day for the guy. But I'm sure that soon he'll become the star of some show about psychics or people with superpowers. And the man has almost lifted the wheel. Now he's not only hurt, but also offended. Now, despite the fact that the woman shouted that the pizza was about to fall, she didn't react until the pizza fell to the floor. The job is done, but now this team has another problem. It seems that now the doctors will have to get down to work. I'm afraid to even guess how this person ended up in such a difficult situation. Do you have any guesses? Please write them in the comments. As a result of such unloading, not only the contents of the body turned out to be in the pit, but also the truck itself. Do you think you had a hard day at work? This is what a really hard day looks like. This guy showed how this should not be done. It turns out you can see spectacular special effects not only in a Hollywood movie, but also on the road. The forklift driver didn't just drop the load, he dropped it on the car. This is how a truck can lose its body. The pilot had to make an emergency landing, and he landed right on the beach, where people were swimming. Fortunately, no one was injured. Do you think the truck driver just forgot about the tire, or did he decide that it's good enough? The excavator stopped the grader in time, handing him, so to speak, a shovel of help. It's hard to be a crane operator, but the assistants also had a tough time, and sometimes it was even painful. When he tried to fix it, but only made it worse. The forklift driver had to evacuate from his vehicle urgently. By the movements of the loader, you can understand how tired he is of this work. Even a small miscalculation can lead to failure. A tree can often fall not at all where the workers expect it to fall. Even if it's a tracked vehicle, uneven surface of the earth can still lead to serious problems. The first question that arises when looking at these frames is, and who will clean it all up now? The last touch remained, but it looks like he'll have to start all over again. Well, but no one will jump out through this window. This is the only plus that I see in such a non-standard design solution. You should not forget about caution, especially when working in a glass warehouse. If this goes on, the excavator will bury itself. We often hear, "Never give up," but in some situations, it's still better to reconsider your plans. Well, here. Now the glass in the car will have to be changed. It seems that this guy is absolutely not confused by anything. At some point, the situation completely got out of control. One driver's error, and the pickup truck is trapped. Something went wrong while loading. Now everything will be in soda. Never repeat what you see in these frames. It was fun at first, but it ended badly. This method of unloading glass bottles, although the fastest, is hardly the best. If you ask me, this container is too big cargo for a forklift truck. It's interesting to see the reaction of this guy when he realizes that he's collecting leaves in a torn bag. It looks like he has strong nerves. Folk wisdom says that rest during working hours is much more pleasant than during non-working. Not for that, the family bought a lawnmower to pay someone for cutting bushes then. This welder was so passionate about the workflow that he did not notice how he was trapped. It's good when you and your colleagues remain a well-coordinated team, not only during work, but also during rest. Why should you go to an amusement park if the rides are much more original at work? It's difficult to imagine what such an architectural idea was. I wonder whether the workers had any questions. You need a good stretch to work in a narrow space. This worker found a great way to relax. With such a machine, you can not only quickly remove the snow, but also have a great time. The client decided to make fun of the manicure master. It's not at all easy to work with such a cargo. There's no parking here, the driver shouted passing by, but it was too late.
Hey, you can't park there! You can't park there!
Do you think they'll be able to stop it with sticks? The girl sincerely wanted to help her boyfriend with repairs, but he did not appreciate her efforts. The transportation of logs is a rather difficult job, and only real professionals should do it. Is this work or extreme entertainment? You won't figure it out right away. Just look at what happened to this wheel. There's not only a lot of work in the village, but also a lot of entertainment. The loader job is not as simple as it seems at first glance. Even on such transport, you can get into an accident. How do you like this way of sawing boards? As a rule, any team has a joker whose jokes do not seem funny to everyone. I think the excavator driver will now have to pay for the replacement of the concrete mixer drum.